You ever read an email that made you go, damn, that's me? Like someone reached through your inbox and read your mind? That wasn't luck, that was structure. In this video, I'm going to break down the single most powerful story framework. The exact one that led to a 118% jump in demo requests for a tech company that previously couldn't get a reply to save their life. Stick around because I'm pulling back the curtain on it right here. And what I'm about to show you blew a hole through everything I used to believe about business emails. The framework, it's 5 parts, it's deceptively simple, and it flips the brain's emotional switch so hard people can't help but keep reading or responding. But we're not just talking storytelling like everyone else yaps about online. This isn't about fluff, it's about engineering empathy. It's about building a story scaffold that sells without feeling like sales. And I'm walking you through the 5-step framework I call the story selling core. Here's what's wild about it. When you use this structure, people don't just read your email, they remember it. Hours later, days later, your CTA, they click that meeting link, they actually book because now they feel something. Let's break this baby down. The first piece is the character. And look, I'm not talking about creating some fictional mascot or business avatar. I'm talking about someone real, someone your reader instantly sees themselves in. If you're writing to burnt-out consultants, your character better wear that same tired look of someone who's 3 coffees deep and still drowning in deliverables. The point, your reader has to nod and say, yup, that's me. Now, once you've got a relatable character, you pull them into the second part, the challenge. This is where you surface something deeply annoying or quietly painful but specific. Don't just say she struggled with marketing. No, say every time Maya pitched her services, prospects ghosted. Her inbox stayed full of crickets. That specificity unlocks empathy. Now the reader's not just following along, they're invested. That brings us to the third part, the catalyst. This is my favorite. It's where something in the story cracks open. It could be a moment of realization, an accidental discovery, or a turning point conversation. In Maya's case, she stumbled on a strategy that helped her stop selling price and start showing value. Simple shift, massive payoff. You see the tension start to bend. Then, here comes the payoff. The fourth part, the change. This is where the arc flips. The before becomes after. Results roll in. Clients start saying words like, wow, instead of we'll think about it. Maya lands bigger gigs. She raises her rates. And finally, she feels in control. Now we're at the final piece, the conclusion. This isn't just happy ending roll credits. It's where you connect this transformation back to your reader. You show them their own version of what's possible. You say, Maya doesn't chase clients anymore. They chase her. Want that too? And that last sentence, that's your CTA in disguise. No pressure, no pushy pitch, just a natural invitation, riding the momentum of the story they just lived through. Now, here's what I haven't told you yet. This 5-part story formula taps into real brain physiology. It activates a response called neural coupling, where the reader's brain literally syncs with the story. That's why it works. That's why you don't need 16 bullet points or a flashy GIF. Stories like this sneak under the radar. And the best part, this isn't just built from copywriting folklore. It's ripped from hundreds of split tests, subscriber interviews, and deep dive research into email psychology. I spent 18 months obsessing over one question. Why do some business emails get opened, read, and clicked, while most just die in the inbox? This framework was one of the most repeatable answers I found. Let me give you a real-life picture of it in action. Character, Maya, a freelance designer. Challenge, she kept losing contracts to cheaper competitors. Catalyst, she stumbled into a new value-led strategy. Change, she doubled her rates and booked better clients. Conclusion, she finally had freedom and clients referred her regularly. Now here's why this matters to you. You're not just looking to write better emails. You're trying to turn interest into income. You're trying to build connection without sounding desperate. You're trying to stop being ignored. Am I right? And the good news? You don't need to write a story from scratch every time. You build what I call a story bank, a stash of ready-to-drop stories across categories. Wins, losses, trends, analogies, industry shifts. If you've lived it or seen it, you can tell it. And once you've got that rhythm down, your emails start writing themselves. You stop forcing it. You trust the rhythm. And people feel that. They feel you're not shouting features. You're handing them a mirror. I've watched business owners who hated writing suddenly feel proud of their emails again. Not because they cranked up the persuasion, but because they finally sounded like themselves. They told real human stories, and those stories got results. So if you're sending emails and hearing nothing back, if your list has gone dead silent, or worse, if you're afraid to send at all because you're just not sure what to say, start with one story. Pick one person, one challenge, one pivot, one result. Write that tonight using the 5-part story structure. Then hit send, just watch what happens. And if you want the complete framework plus dozens of tested strategies, psychological triggers, and real-life email breakdowns that show you exactly how to turn subscribers into customers, grab the book in the description below. It's called The Connect Method for Email Marketing, and Chapter 18 goes even deeper into the story selling method I just showed you today. Now, hit that subscribe button if you want more videos on how to write emails that actually work and stop sounding like everyone else in your inbox. Click the link in the description to check out the full book. Trust me, your subscribers will thank you.